Okay, I felt like this deserved its own separate video rather than being just stuck into a random video. Um, Here's like, I guess you could say the official dev log for my Backrooms game that I'm working on. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. I've never made a game before. This is the first game I've ever like worked on and made. Um, it is hopefully gonna release soon. It is nothing too crazy. There's nothing insane. There's not like it's very similar to Unseen Liminality and stuff like that. Everything you see is subject to change. I am far from done with it. I gotta add a couple more animations and fix some stuff, fix a couple bugs, and add some more stuff to do, and then the game will be ready to release. It's literally just Backrooms game. You walk around, wait for something to happen, explore, etc. Right now it's only level 0. And I'll say another thing, this is heavily based off of Kane Pixel's idea of the Backrooms remembering stuff and misremembering stuff. So there'll be a lot of references. Like right here, this is the work in progress. If you can kind of make it out, it's just missing the furniture right there, but this is a work in progress. The room Clark comes through, but just like misremembered. If you go over here, you got corridors. Yeah, back rooms. Woohoo! It's really dark right there for some reason. That leads nowhere because it's the back rooms. Back rooms sucks. I'll put the game page on the screen real quick. Also, Discord will be linked into the description as well as the game link. We're close to publishing it. Oh my god, guys, look. It's the stop sign. That is a VHS toggle for those who prefer the like Kane Pixels found footage gameplay. The game is stuck in first person. I may change that later down the line. But as of right now, I don't really plan to add any objectives because it's the Backrooms. There are no objectives. You kind of just walk around. This is the area Clark goes to. You got the little door. It doesn't work. There's a flashlight. That's pretty cool, I guess. You go over here. This area is not done yet. Chairs. Look, guys, chairs that I made myself. These are my chairs. You guys like my chairs? I think my chairs are pretty cool. A lot of these textures like this. I just don't really like the ceiling texture, so I'm probably gonna change it. That's this area. The game is gonna release with 2 entities. One will be hostile. One will not be hostile. It just kind of exists like furniture. Which let me check actually. Pretty soon, in about 30 seconds, it should spawn somewhere near me. Where near me? I don't know. Somewhere. We'll actually wait right here. Like I said, everything is subject to change. I'm planning on adding a lot more stuff. The game will probably release with only this area, like the level 0, the complex, and then I'm planning on adding different areas. Some of my own areas, references to the movie and stuff, all that fun good stuff. No, like I said, heavily inspired by Kane's Backrooms interpretation. Let's see. Where is it? Where is he? He should be somewhere. I actually just lied to you. I just lied to you guys. I did not. Okay. Well, what's supposed to happen is after about 5 minutes, your still life is supposed to spawn in somewhere behind you. I don't think I've been in the game for 5 minutes. Let me check. Yeah, no, I haven't been in the game for 5 minutes just yet, so you'll see it soon. The last things we need to do is add a couple more areas, and then I believe finish some animations. I won't say too much. I will be publishing sneak peeks to the Discord server and all of that. I do want everyone to keep in mind, though, that it is me and like 2 other people working on the game. like me and one of my friends are making models. I do the map building. I've done almost all the scripting. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie. And oh wait, hey, there it is. Look, it's a still life of me. It's me, guys. They don't do anything. They just exist. They literally just sit here. They stare at you. They are you, but they can be shorter or they can be taller. When your still life spawns in, it will stay in the server as long as you stay in the server. The second you leave, they're gone. They don't do anything. I'm planning on making them eatable. I want you to be able to eat them. I was going to add extra limbs, but Roblox rig system's kind of weird, and I can't really do that without the other arm being just gray, unfortunately. But, you know, still life pretty cool. Some models like this I'm not proud of, and then there's some models that I think look really good. Here, let's go to another Kane Parsons, or Kane Pixels, sorry. Go to another Kane Pixels area. Let me just, hey guys, look what this is. It's the room. Again, not everything is going to be one-to-one to Kane stuff. A lot of this is me just adding references. Like if you go over here, there is another Kane reference. Let me just boom. It's the dark area. See if I turn on the VHS, it looks a lot more like it. Oh yeah, every 5 to 10 minutes the Backrooms remembers music exists. All audio in the game is supposed to change with the VHS. Like, I don't know if you can really notice it, but my footsteps and the music sound more like it's being recorded through a VHS. You'll hear it more if we encounter the life form. If you go over here, look, pitch black area that I don't think is worth going to. I'm pretty proud of the game. I'll put a couple of like the rooms. I'll put some work in progress rooms and stuff on the screen, like what this game looked like a couple weeks ago. I forgot to anchor everything, but it's the guy. You know, it's it did have a better looking back piece, but it got deleted by Roblox because, you know, it looks naked, unfortunately. Nothing I can do. I don't know if I'm gonna add more rooms when from now until when I upload the game. However, like I said, I'm gonna finish bacteria animations, you know, add some more furniture. I'm semi-proud of the game. I think I could do a lot better. I'm kind of doing my best, and I know it's another Backrooms game with no objective. But I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun to make a Backrooms game, and I was kind of doing it because I was bored. I was just messing around in Roblox Studio, and then I just kind of continued. Like over here, you're gonna see work in progress stuff. Like over there, there's supposed to be a door, you know, from pitfalls, but there is no door, unfortunately. Going down to the pitfalls for right now, and probably for when the game releases. It will teleport you to one of the random spawns that you can spawn when you load into the game. Like if I go down, it put me right back at pitfalls. So let me just walk all the way over here. And look, now we're in the Kane area. Or it's the ladder room. Yes. I think the game looks really good with and without the VHS. I'm really proud of everything. When it comes to like some of the rooms. One of my favorite rooms is a little bit more stupid. This right here though is probably my second favorite room. And it's just chairs. There's chairs everywhere. I think this is like the second best room in the game, with the first being the newest one I added, the stop sign area. All of the furnitures, with the exception of the pot sign, are modeled by me or my friend Remnant. And the model used for the life form, I'm not gonna lie, I got it off of Sketchfab. I don't know how to model. Let's see if we can find the life form, actually. I'm kind of also proud of how he ended up turning out. I believe he's in this little room over here. No, he's in there. Okay. Let me save my stamina. I'm really proud of how this game has turned out so far. I do think I can always do better, and I am trying to make improvements and stuff. There's only setting right now is just a volume slider to make the game louder or quieter for you. Look, it's the mannequin. That's another really cool room. Bacteria, there he is. See, VHS makes him sound cool, guys. I know, right? He's missing his... Okay, I need him to shut up. If you dive the VHS filter on... Here, let's show you, actually. Look, guys. End of tape. Oh, my God. Yes, hello. Hello, Mr. Becky. I do want to add, like, more stuff to do than just roam around aimlessly and get chased every now and then. But I'm also not really going to add objectives because the whole idea is you're like Clark. You just no-clipped in. Here's another found footage 1 reference to this room. There is a zoom feature if you hold left mouse click, and then if you click right mouse click, it zooms in and zooms out. There's still a couple more furnitures I want to model. Because, you know, I think it's pretty cool. This is another really cool area that I like. I really don't like the way the lighting looks in this game, and I'm 100% going to change it shortly after launch. It just bothers me. I think I can do better. There's rooms like this. I'm planning on adding a lot more rooms. There's going to be more stuff like to explore, and I'm probably going to add badges for getting to certain areas, kind of like Unseen Liminality. And how that game is, if you guys ever played it, which I do recommend. It's an amazing game. I have plans for this game. That's all I really want to say. Like I said, if you want to play the game, it'll be coming out with hopefully within the next 2 months ish. It depends. We just got to finish some animations. And like I said, I probably won't add another room from now until launch. But I do plan on adding more stuff to the current rooms and fixing maybe the lighting. Or, you know, maybe I will add a couple more rooms. But, yeah, this is not procedurally generated because that's not how the backrooms works. At least, with the whole idea of everything misremembering it. It is one set place that just gets less and less remembered over time. I think this game is pretty cool so far. There's like a lot of rooms like this where there's just nothing going on. And I promise I do plan to, you know, add some stuff to do, or at least more stuff. Also, the visual wind effects are placeholders for right now. They're going to change, and, you know, there's light flickering. And the game is definitely in a playable state right now. It's not like you could play it for hours and hours on end, but it's definitely in the state where you can, like, you know, you could play it with your friends and have fun. I got to figure out how to make it to where voice chat has, like, that echo to it when you're talking to someone. I don't really know what I'm doing, so just bear with me. Yeah, Discord server will be linked in the description. I will be posting sneak peeks and all that. Here's the game page again, or the experience details. You know, you can check it out. I think I've showed off almost every room. I think there's a couple I skipped over. But the layout's definitely confusing, because even though I've built everything, if I don't pay attention, I get lost myself. Like I said, right now I'm making the map, I'm making models, I'm scripting. I've tried animating. I left that to someone else though, because they're a hell of a lot better than I am. Then one of my friends, Remnant, is making some furniture models, and then my friend CJ is doing the animation and a couple of the scripts. And yeah, hopefully the game's gonna come out soon. We're just waiting on finalized animations. You know, as you saw, the kill animation for the life form is kind of bad. So stuff will be fixed 100% in the near distant future. So yeah, if you want to check out the game, go ahead. I would love for you to. It is not playable right now. and it is unfortunately because of Roblox stuck at 16 plus only. I'm gonna see if I can fix it with ID and stuff. I hopefully at the minimum I want to make it 13 plus playable. But yeah, I think some improvements need to be made, but I don't think the game's that bad. But yeah, thank you for your time, and I hope to see you in the Discord server if you're interested in the game.